Hello and welcome back to my channel that barely exists because I'm never on here because I'm always busy and having life crises. So a lot has changed since I posted my last video. I don't even know what it was. Like, I'm not even gonna look it up. It was probably something stupid. Anyway, lots of things have happened. So this video is about the COVID-19 pandemic going around, which I know probably a lot of people don't want to hear and like don't care, but I'm filming this video just for like the future because like it's crazy that we're going through a pandemic right now at all, and like it's like a historical moment that we're living through. Like, this is like probably one of the craziest things that's gonna happen in my life. So I'm quarantined right now at home and my family is quarantined upstairs. I'm sorry, I was thinking what I was gonna say. So I'm quarantined in the basement, which is like open to outside. So sorry for like the bad lighting. The windows are over there, but my room is a mess, so this is what you get. I'm quarantined downstairs and my parents and my sister are quarantined upstairs. I'll explain that in a second. And my brother lives in a different town for college and he didn't come home. He's just staying up there at college. Everything's so complicated. Okay, so I'm just gonna like tell you like the order of like events as they happened. So we started this semester, everything was like fine, and then, okay, this is weird because I was like having like a psychic moment. You're probably gonna be like, don't believe in that, I think it's stupid, but it was, what day was it? I'm gonna look. It was like March. It was the beginning of March. So there was no talk of like any classes going online or like whispers about like the coronavirus or anything. It was kind of like on nobody's like mind. Nobody's thinking about it or worrying about it at all. And I was hanging out with my friends and we're all having like a really good night, and it was just so wholesome. And I just like all of a sudden stopped and looked at my friend. I was like, this is gonna be like our last good night together. And he was like, no, it's not. And I was like, yeah, like all of us in one place and stuff. And I was like, it is. Like, I just know it is for some reason. Like, I just had this really, really strong feeling. And I was freaking right because now school's canceled for the rest of the semester. So we're not all gonna get back together. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna look at my email here. So we had spring break last week, which was the week of March 16th through March 20th. So right before we went on spring break, it was like either the Thursday or the Friday it got officially announced. Let me look. So there was really not really that much talk of COVID-19 anything until about like a week before spring break, because we heard like little whispers about classes going online because of COVID-19. So on March 11th, that was the Wednesday before spring break, we got an email from our president saying our university is moving all classes online beginning Monday, March 23rd and continuing through April 3rd. So that was what our school was doing. My brother's school, they got an extra week of spring break. They just didn't have class at all, which is probably gonna mess things up for them and like squeeze it and make it harder. So that was the Wednesday before spring break. Then the following, was that Wednesday, March 18th? Yeah, so then the week later, so March 18th of break, I got an email while I was flying back to Iowa, and our president said that our university decided to move all courses to virtual instruction for the remainder of the spring semester. So it was only a week between them deciding like for 2 weeks after spring break that we were gonna do online, and then a week goes by and then all classes are just online for the rest of the semester. So it seems like very, like that doesn't seem like a week is a week, so that's like a fair amount of time, but things kept changing so quickly that like everything was being updated all the time. So I left Iowa for spring break on Friday the 13th, and I was supposed to fly back to Iowa the Sunday after spring break, which would have been the 22nd. The Thursday before spring break, so the day after everything was announced that it was moving online after break, I was looking to see if the zoo and SeaWorld were still open in San Diego. Every year for spring break I go to San Diego with my parents and my sister. I have since I was born. My brother used to go, he doesn't anymore. But anyway, so I was looking on Thursday to see if the zoo and SeaWorld were still open, and they said yes, but due to crowds having to be 100 people or less, they weren't doing the shows. So on Thursday it was crowds had to be 100 people or less. So then on Friday I decided to fly out. I like checked SeaWorld and the zoo were still open. So I went to the airport. Flew out to Phoenix and then to San Diego, and I got there around like midnight or something, I don't know. So in the span of me checking like in the morning and like before I got on my first flight, SeaWorld and the zoo in San Diego were set to stay open. Then by the time I landed, so like six-ish hours, somewhere within the 6-ish hours, so probably like 4 hours after I checked, they said they were closing on Monday. So Friday, like within a couple hours, they decided they were gonna like close. So that's only like a couple hours and things were happening really fast. So then I was like, okay, that's fine, I guess. We'll go to SeaWorld and the zoo this weekend. So I personally don't like going to the zoo that much just because it's a lot of walking and I've been there enough times. I don't know, I just didn't want to go. So I get there on Friday, we go to sleep, in the morning we go to SeaWorld, everything's fine. There's not a lot of people there. I touched a dolphin. I paid for a dolphin interaction because I love dolphins. So I got to touch one. It's so cute. I love dolphins. Okay, anyway. So then on Saturday, I stayed home to like do homework and things because I still had a lot of homework. I'm taking 19 credits, which is 7 classes right now. It's 6 3-credit classes and then a 1-credit class. So I stayed home because I didn't really want to go to the zoo and do all that walking. And I had homework to do. So then my parents came back. So it's only been, you know, like the 2nd day I'm here. And I'm pretty sure that crowds, either it was Sunday or Monday, crowds had to be down to 50 people or less. Okay, 50 people or less. And on Monday morning, we went to one of my favorite breakfast spots. And I don't know if it was Monday. I don't really remember. We went to one of my favorite breakfast spots and they were saying we're encouraging people to take out. But we're like, no, we want to eat in. So we sat down and we ate in. And this is when people were like transitioning to only takeout. Because like that was like to help, you know, prevent, you know, social distancing, keep people out of the restaurant, keep people from getting stuff. So we're like, no, we want to eat in there. So we ate in there. Then later that day, all bars and restaurants were said to be like closing, like only available for takeout. So then we didn't go to dinner. We normally go to this one spot for dinner every year on Mondays because they have like happy hour and stuff and half-price appetizers, which we normally get. So we didn't get to do that this year. And this is the one year I wanted to do it because I was going to strawberry daiquiri. Obviously I haven't been 21, so this year I am 21 and I was going to get one. But I didn't freaking get one because it couldn't go because it was shut down. And I was like, ah. So I'd only been here for like Monday, that's my 3rd day, and everything is like shut down basically now. And I'm supposed to be staying till Sunday. At this point, like gatherings are down to like 50 people or less, and I'm getting like kind of like worried and like freaked out because I had called before I got on my plane on Friday and I was like, I don't really want to come, like I'm just gonna stay home. And then my sister called me and like convinced me to go, and my brother convinced me to go, and I was like, okay, whatever, it's my last year, I'll go. My sister was like, you can always leave early if you want. Because with COVID-19 going around, the airlines were doing like waiving flight change fees, so you could change your flight like once and get the fee waived. So it's Monday now, like nothing's really like open. We're just doing like some things like walking down the boardwalk and everything, but I'm getting freaked out because everything's closing. And like California, like there's a lot of COVID-19 over there. Like it's a really populous state, so there's like a lot of the virus going around. I was worried the longer I had to stay there, you know, like I could get it or like give it to other people. So I was getting worried about being there because I didn't want to be stuck there. I was sharing a room with my sister, which is like fine, and I'm glad I had a safe place to stay and everything. But I was getting freaked out that I wasn't going to be able to go home and like have to be like stuck in California. So either Monday or Tuesday, like people were like telling me, some of my friends, like they're going to shut down the airports and blah 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 and you're going to be stuck there. So I was freaking out and I was like, ah. So I changed my flight home for Wednesday. That was a mess in itself. I'm not going to go into detail, but like I got stuck in Austin. Was it Austin or Houston? I don't know. I got stuck in Texas for like 8 hours. Not 8, 4 hours. Because my first plane got delayed and blah blah blah. Anyway, so I had just landed in, I'm pretty sure it's Dallas. I said Austin? Am I psycho? No, I landed in Dallas. And I was in Dallas eating my food and I got an email like, all classes online for the rest of the semester are canceled. And I was like, great, cool, awesome. And I had originally like thought I might stay in California longer just because I'm like, oh, it's nice, it's California, why wouldn't I want to be doing homework on the beach? But I was freaked out that I was going to get stuck there. Then my first night back home was like, I got in late on Wednesday. So then Thursday, they decided to put California on lockdown. So I was like, I left in the nick of time. Like, I was freaking out. Like, I'm glad I'm not there, because that would have like scared me a lot. Because I was at home, and like, there's a big difference in like sleeping in your own bed and being your own hometown and having your like own room, because I didn't have my own space at the place where we were staying. Like, I was sharing a room for my sister, so I just really wanted to be home. So yeah, so then California went on lockdown, so I was like, and so then my parents and sister decided to drive home for California, just so that they it's just safer, you know, less exposure to things in like the airports and stuff. So I decided to drive home, which is 27 hours. I would have lost my mind. I hate long car rides. So I'm really glad I decided to leave on Wednesday and come home. So yeah, so now we're all quarantining for 14 days. I'm downstairs and they're upstairs because we've been exposed to different things. I don't know. That's what had been decided. So I'm staying down here, and that is where things are at right now. Iowa's not on lockdown, but nobody's going out and about. Like, there's like social distancing, like everybody needs to stay 6 feet apart. All the stupid toilet paper is gone at the stores because everybody's crazy, and everybody took all the freaking toilet papers. There's no toilet paper anywhere. All like all the Lysol wipes and stuff at the store, like the shelves are gone. The hand sanitizer's all gone. All the stores are making a limit where it's like you can only buy one hand sanitizer and one package of like Lysol wipes and stuff at a time, and they're still getting really like sold out and everything. Good thing I have some. I literally bought toilet paper before I went to San Diego, and I only bought a small package because it was like, oh, like I need more. Like, I can just go back to the store and get more. Well, I was wrong. I should have got more. Oh my goodness, freaking fool over here. So yeah, so now all my classes are online, and I don't have to go to school, which you'd think would be good. And I was complaining about my one class not being online all semester because there was also an online section for it, and I should have taken that one. It would have been like way better, because 10% of my grade was attendance in this class. And let me tell you, we showed up and would do nothing. So I'm glad that was online. But my one class was like a velocity class where we didn't use technology, and he would just lecture at us. That one's more work now, because instead of doing the in-class activities, we have an in-class activity is like a quiz, and it's only true or false. So you have the 50% chance of getting it right. And I got a 1.5 out of 3. And you can take it twice, but it doesn't tell you which ones are wrong, obviously. Otherwise, you could get them all right. So I took it again, and then I got a freaking 0.5 out of 3. Ugh. Granted, I didn't read the whole lecture. I was just like kind of like trying to BS my way through it. So I learned my lesson. I need to read the whole thing, but it's like way more work, because normally here for the in-class activities, we would just write stuff down and wouldn't be a quiz. So yeah, so that class is more work. I was in the fashion show. Now the fashion show is not happening. I'm really upset about that, because I was like super excited for that. And I've been working on it all semester, and now that's not happening. Now I think my group has another project, which we were personally done with all our assignments. And like my one class is like way more work now, because instead of doing in-class activities during the week, now I have them online. And now this 1 week for my one class, I had like 12 plus assignments, which is ridiculous for one class. And it's an intro to business class. Like, I love the teacher to death, but I just think like that's a lot of work. And we had to meet up with our groups. So like that's a lot of assignments just for one class. And mind you, I'm in 7. And if each of them was harder, not all of them are, but if each of them was harder than the in-person ones, like I barely had time before to do everything. It's Saturday right now. I haven't done anything all day because I'm using this as my day off. And then tomorrow I still have stuff to do, because I still have an assignment due tomorrow that's going to take me like an hour or 2 to do. So if every one of my classes, you know, is like more work than before, like I don't have time for it. So like everything's like more time consuming than before. So even though I do get the pleasure of staying at home and doing it, it's not always that great, because I like getting out of the house. I like going to class. I like seeing my friends. And now I can't do any of that. I had a phone interview the other day for an internship, and then literally the next day I got an email saying, sorry, like we're not doing this internship anymore because of COVID-19. So everything's like kind of up in the air right now, and like weird. I don't know if I should be even applying for internships, because I don't know what businesses are doing okay and which ones are going to stay open. And I wanted to work for like, I think I applied for like a performing arts one, and I'm like performing arts and theater and stuff aren't going to happen if social distancing and crowds are like minimized. Crowds, oh I forgot to tell you guys, crowds are minimized to 10 people or less now. Like 10 people or less. You're supposed to be like 6 feet away from everybody. Like everybody's just like told to stay home. Like some states are having like stay at home orders. Like you're not supposed to be mixing with like anybody except for like your household and stuff. So I was gonna go see my brother when I got back from break. Can't go see him now because his area, there's more cases I think than mine, and like he hasn't been quarantined, so I shouldn't go see him because risking exposure and stuff. And he was hanging out with somebody who had just come back from a different state too because it was spring break, so everybody's going and coming places for spring break, and it's just a mess. And now my classes are harder, and yeah. Also, I go to a different school now, so that will be next video. Yeah, it kind of just like my channel is all over the place. I'm going from normal stuff from like a year ago to not posting for a while to now there's a pandemic to also I do happen to be going to a different college now. Thanks for watching my video. If you made it to the end, congrats. I talk a lot, so make sure you subscribe, and nobody's gonna give it a thumbs up because I have like 10 subscribers, but like if you feel like it, feeling a little risky today, hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, so if you want to comment down how your quarantine's going, let me know. So I have been quarantined for about a week now, and I am going a little stir crazy. I should go outside or something, but right now there's tornado warnings and it's been raining all day. I went outside for like 2 seconds when it was sunny and super nice, but now it's really windy and I think it might tornado, so Earth is falling apart. Weather's crazy. The fire's going around. School's online. I feel really bad for freshmen because they got kicked out of the dorms early, so then they get to say goodbye to their friends. My brother's graduating this semester. Graduation's been canceled. So yeah, don't really know how everything's gonna go for me this summer. I don't even know. I'm taking an online class for sure. I'm just taking mine online because like at this point, like one, it's easier to not have to like go to actual school in the summer, especially when I'm only taking 2 classes. And 2, classes have been canceled for the summer, like the first summer session, and they're debating about the second summer session if they're going to put those and like cancel the in-person ones too. So everything's a mess. Nobody knows what to do because this is like unprecedented. And yeah, okay, I am gonna go now. So this is the worst outro ever. It's super long. I'm gonna go. Have a good day. Have fun quarantining. I won't. I'm gonna go hang out with my dog. This is really up close. Bye.